Hello, everybody. Welcome back to podcast time. Hello, Tyler.
Hello.
So, before we get started on today's podcast, I'd just like to say that season 2 will not officially start until we get a third member for the podcast. So, we still need to find one.
We have some candidates, but
We do.
they need to be contacted, or have they been contacted? I don't even remember who the candidates are. So
We could talk about that after. Brian's one of them.
yeah, but he's gonna. Yeah, okay. Anyway, let's just get down to what we have set, because we have some good topics to talk about that will probably go for a while.
Yes,
one
we
of
do.
which was on a podcast that nobody can ever see because you forgot to upload it. So I guess we're bringing that back.
Oh. So, also today, at the end, we're gonna do a movie review for Madagascar. The first one. The one where they actually are on Madagascar the whole time.
Oh yeah. I mean, they were on Madagascar for a little bit of the second one too, so I mean...
Kinda. I mean, it was a little bit, though. It wasn't really enough to be, like, still called Madagascar.
I mean, what were they gonna do? Change it to Africa? Let's change it to Africa. That's a great idea.
Do 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 do.
Anyway,
yeah.
I guess I'll start. If you guys didn't watch if any of the people that are watching my channel didn't see my work stories video, then you won't know that I am now employed. Well, truly employed, I'd say. Also, if my voice seems a little deep and raspy, it's because I just woke up, so I'm a little tired. Deal with it. But anyway, I work at Kroger now. I won't say which Kroger. There's lots of Krogers, so I won't be giving away my location. Overall, I mean, I went through what it's like working there pretty much so far over, 2 weeks already. So I'm not going to go too in-depth with actually how it works. But I suffered my first work injury. I talked about that in the video. Making friends, talking to people, they're cool. Yeah, and I met some weird customers. But you know, I call Kroger a discount Walmart, and I'm not gonna say otherwise, even after working there. I still gotta get my card set up so that I can get discounts and stuff. I'm hoping to buy some more Pringles flavors, because I got some cool ones there, like some spicy kinds that I didn't even know existed. Plus, I need to get the original so I can get the series actually uploaded.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just spoiled it. I'm doing Pringle reviews, guys. They'll probably be started at the time of this podcast being uploaded, because you don't really upload them very quickly. But, you know, but I gotta get the original, because I have 5 already pre-recorded, and I need to get the original, which is the first, and then 6 already done. Plus, there's like 4 or 5 more at Kroger that I have to get, that I haven't gotten yet, because I'm waiting for my card to get set up so that I can get the discounts.
That's great. That's great. Glad you're finally gonna upload something that's not just, you know, a tier list.
Well, I mean, my last video wasn't a tier list either.
What was your last video? I guess I haven't seen it.
The work stories. The work stories.
Oh yeah, duh. I haven't seen it, but yeah. What was your injury? So now we're on that topic, I could talk about a few injuries I've gotten.
Okay, well, first I'll talk about mine. Anyway, I guess I'll just say working with the carts really puts a strain on your body, especially my right leg. My right leg has been taking a beating. That's more from bagging, not from carts. But yeah, I suffered my work injury because I was tired, I was stupid, and I decided to put my hand on a door, like behind a door, and it was an automatic door. So a guy walked in, and it opened, and it took a layer off of my middle finger.
Oh, buddy, that didn't
That hurt.
That does not sound good.
No, it hurt. And only one person knew about it. I only told one person about it at work. I was able to hide it pretty good. Because I only had like 20 minutes left on my shift, and the store was nearly dead. I didn't get a Band-Aid till I got home.
Oh, damn.
But it's getting better. It still hurts, and it looks bad, but it doesn't feel as bad, and it's not as bad as it was either. So, I mean, I'm getting there. But
so, that was your first injury, though? That's pretty bad for first injury.
It might sound as bad or worse than it did, because I'm surprised. I put my whole hand on the door, so I'm surprised only my middle finger got injured, because my index finger didn't get injured, and my ring finger didn't get injured. Neither other fingers got injured. I'm surprised that happened.
Yeah.
So I'm actually kind of lucky, but yeah, I just wish I hadn't done that. I was tired, I was stupid, and I was distracted because I was talking to people, and I didn't think. I just put my hand right on the door because I was tired and need somewhere to put the rest of my arm at. Surprisingly, the lady that was talking to me, who was standing right next to me, didn't even notice I got injured or the repercussions of that. I mean, she was. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's a good thing or not, but I'm having a good time. There's a lot of people I know there. They're fun.
Who else works there that you know?
Well, Chase Walkington was working there until Saturday. He trained me on Saturday. He's cool. He was cool. He knows a lot about it, but he left because he got a different job. But
he holds grudges.
Anyway, there's a bunch of other people that work there. I'll get into more details later. I don't want to give away information here. Just for I can talk to you a little bit after the podcast about it.
All right. I've gotten. Yeah. Oh, continue. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm almost done. Anyway, working at Kroger's fun, I guess. Once you're doing carts, to the bathrooms, then it's not fun. But I'm not going to go into detail with the bathrooms because that would be gross. I kind of already talked about that at the in the video as well. So I'm not going to go into details about that, but it is pretty fun, and I'm getting paid good money. So I am saving up. This is another future plan. I'm saving up for a gaming PC, which will do a lot more than just bring. It'll open up some new games that I can play for the channel that I really wanted to play. It will also allow me to have my own editing software, so I don't need an editor anymore. And it will allow for better quality, I'm guessing, because it'll be newer, better processing.
Are you gonna build your own, or are you gonna buy like a gaming?
I'm probably gonna buy one for like $400. I'm not gonna go any higher than $500. At least I'm gonna try not to, because I don't want to wait forever to get it.
Yeah.
I don't really want to build my own though, but I'm not gonna go too expensive. But I gotta look. I haven't really started looking. Well, I did start looking, but all the ones I could find were in the four numbers. I don't want 4 numbers. I want 3 numbers. So I'll have some people help me look, because there's people that are better educated on this stuff than I am. Yeah. But yeah, that should be coming at some point. That should be coming, I would say, by the end of the summer. I hope. Depends on how much I work and how much it costs for the one I want.
How much do you make?
I make $9.65 an hour.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I worked 12 hours my first 3 days, so I got $99.91. I worked, let's see, and then my next paycheck will be for, which is coming Thursday.
Wait, how much did you say you make?
$99.91 for 12 hours. When you take out taxes. I had made $113 without taxes, and then with taxes it was $99. So we got that deposited, and then...
You make $12 an hour?
No, $9.65.
Oh! I thought you were saying you made $999, so, and then you said 12 hours, I think, but I thought you said $12 an hour. I was like, damn.
No. No, I wish, but what else was I gonna say? Oh, pay, where was I? Oh, so I worked, after that, I worked 6 hours, then 8 hours, then 8.5 hours, then, and then I worked 5.5. So that's all gonna be for the next one, so that would be 16.5. 22 and a half. That'd be 27 and a half, 28 hours. So that's gonna be over double what I made. So I'll be flying soon here. If I can find one 500 or less, I think I'll be getting it before the end of the summer. It'll be up and running, and yeah, that's my goal. But obviously, not all the money I make is gonna go towards the PC. It's gonna go towards my next car, which I'm gonna be getting at the end of September because the lease is up on the car I have right now at that point, and other stuff, food and Pringles and other stuff. So that's my story. You're next.
Okay, so I actually worked yesterday. We work about 7-hour shifts. 2 times last week, though, I worked from, one of the days was 3 to 11, and the other day was 1 to 11. So one of those days I worked 10 hours because truck came in late, and it was so annoying, like, when we were there for that long. I was so tired after a while, and it was just like, but anyway, I make $9.75 an hour, so a little bit more than you do, 10 cents more. And I've had my fair share of work injuries so far. I've smashed fingers inside of things, scraped the side of my body. The worst one I've had is actually just from working, just straight working. It's from lifting too much. So for a little while, the sides of my ankles and like the back, a little bit in the front, I guess, they were bruised. And that was just from working, just from lifting dog food bags all day.
Wow.
And that was probably like the worst one that hurt quite a bit. But you know, I'll come home from work and I'll be really tired because work from we close at 9, and whenever I'm there for closing, I get there at 3, sometimes after, sometimes before, by like an hour, 15 minutes. It's weird. Starting times don't really make that much sense to me. But anyway, so I get there early and like 2 minutes early or 2 minutes late because you can't get there more than 2 minutes early for whatever reason, or you can't clock in more than 2 minutes early. So I'm usually there 2 minutes before, maybe a little bit more, and then I'm there till about 9:40, 9:30, somewhere around there on a normal day. So pretty stinking late. But I come home and I'm like super deadbeat and tired of just living. You know, lifting 50-pound bags of dog food is not a fun thing to do all day long. And now, admittedly, we don't do that all day long, but it's still really annoying. So Kroger, I'm assuming, has a raise system. As I found out where I work, it does not. The only raise system, that's where you know what a raise is. You can get a raise. I'm sure you've heard
I know
of
what
it.
a raise is, yeah.
That's we don't get raises. I'm stuck at where I'm at.
I think you really have to do. I think the only way at Kroger you can get a raise, at least for the one I work, you have to. The only way I've known so far that a courtesy clerk, which is what I do, can get a raise is if there's a big problem, especially if there's like a sewage leak in the bathroom or something, or like someone blew up a bathroom and you clean it voluntarily, you can ask for a raise. Like Chase, he got a 10-cent raise for fixing a bathroom that had sewage problems. So
yeah,
that's all I know. But I mean, I bet there's other ways. I bet, I don't know.
There's no raise system there though, so I'm kind of stuck at 9.75. So where I want to work is actually Potter Park Zoo. I'd like to work there, but you have to be 18 to work at the zoo. So as soon as I turn 18, I'm gonna start looking into that.
To get paid. Well,
no, to actually work there. Like we volunteered there, but we've both volunteered.
we technically worked. I mean, we did the job that they do. We just didn't get paid for it.
We did more. We both did more than your average volunteer did, or yeah, your average volunteer for any other job.
Right. Yeah.
Also, just while we're on that topic, might as well bring that up because I don't think we've ever talked about it on the podcast, but we've both done it. So Potter Park Zoo is very clearly a zoo. They have a junior zookeeper or teen zookeeper program that you can do, and
Well,
you basically, well, yeah, obviously not right now because it's COVID. Basically, you just go around the zoo helping zookeepers all day. Oh, if you're on the junior zookeepers.
Only at certain places. You can only do like 3 of the enclosure things.
Right. Well,
because you can't work with. I mean, it's stupid.
It's actually quite a bit, though. Because if you think about it, you can work pretty much the whole thing. Because you're either doing hoof stock, which is like, you know, the cows and whatever, the random antelopes and things like that, the bongos. You could do the, what is it, carnivores and, oh wait, no, there's 4. Because it's large carnivores, or big cats and apes, and small carnivores. Then it's the reptile and bird house, and then hoofstock. There's 4 of them.
Oh, well, that's the next step up. Like, the very first thing you can do, you can only...
Yeah.
Which is what I did. I didn't ever go up the second part. You did, though.
Well, you can also actually... There's more than 3. There's one more that I don't think either of us ever did, and it was just, like, helping out with, like, the school children that just come there for, like, summer camp. That's one of the things you can do. Oh, you did do it?
I did do it a couple times. That was actually really easy. Also, I got to be inside, so that helped.
I never did that.
The kids loved me. Well, most of the time. It made me feel respected, but I would never do it again. But yeah, I also did the birdhouse a lot. That was really boring. That was really, really boring. Working with the, the pony rides, I did that a couple times. I actually have a story from that. I don't know if it's appropriate for YouTube, but I do have a story from that.
As long as it doesn't have certain racial slurs, it should be fine.
Okay, I'll say it in a minute. But then there was another one. What was the other one that I did? I did another one. Maybe that was it. No, I did
goats.
the goats.
Right.
The goats. I hated doing the goats. They always pooped all over the fucking place, and it was so annoying. Plus, it was hot, and I had to wear the stupid boots. I had to buy a pair of stupid tall muck boots just to work there, so my shoes wouldn't get absolutely destroyed. And the only time I ever use those boots now is to cut the grass. They do. Because they have horrible soles. They have horrible soles. Crap, didn't mean to do that. Oh, I need a stegosaur.
Okay.
But anyway, alright, so it's a quick story. I was working in the pony rides with a couple other people, and they had 2 ponies on duty that day. One of them was really old. Forget his name.
Shoot, what is his name? What? It's like Moon something? Or it might just be Moon. Are we talking about the one with one eye?
But there's one of them is one eye. What?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell because it doesn't look like it's missing an eye because it's got this weird bulge where its eye would normally be. But it's not its eye actually, it's something else.
Well, maybe. I don't know. I saw the horse was really old, or pony, I don't know. Yeah, I watched it get a boner. That wasn't fun. That wasn't fun.
Tyler, oh wow.
That wasn't fun. That was burned into my mind and I hate it. But yeah.
I think that's pretty funny. Yeah, so you start off in the teen zookeeper program, and that one is pretty bad. It sucks quite a bit. spend pretty much the whole time
Especially since
standing around doing nothing for
I
those.
think you and I were the only two people in that program that weren't homeschooled.
Yeah, it really did feel like that. Everybody else there was homeschooled, and they were like literally they were just one specific type of people there, and they were all homeschooled. Most of them were girls.
There was another guy there. There was another guy that worked there. He was really weird.
There was a guy who worked there who had autism, who I worked with once.
But most of the time
cool,
I didn't
though.
really work with other people. Like in the program, I worked with people that actually get paid and work there all the time.
Yeah.
They were really nice. But they were really nice. So they were cool, but I mean, they were kind of boring at the same time as well. Especially when it was hot and you were the only one in there or something. The birds were so boring. All of them were so boring.
It was all of the original three, the birds, the goats, and the pony were all really boring because you just stood around and waited for them to shit, or just waited for birds to like be on the ground so you could sweep them back off the ground. It was really boring. But the junior zookeeper, which is the one where you get to actually help out the zookeepers, that one was really good.
Yeah, I was gonna do that.
But yeah, so they had hoofstock, they had, which was the antelopes, they had big cats and apes, they had small carnivore, and then they had the birdhouse. The birdhouse one
couldn't you work with like the tigers too at some points? Like you could help
that's
with
big
the
cats.
enrichment stuff, but yeah,
I actually
could you
have
do
a pretty
that?
good story of working with them. Yeah.
Okay.
So when I first started with like the big cats or whatever, where we were watching the lions eat like meat off bones, it was like enrichment for them or something like that. And as they were doing that, this lion was like coming our way, and then he sprinted and he jumped on the cage and he tried to he literally charged me. I got charged at by a lion. It scared the crap out of me. I was not ready for that.
That reminds me of a story from I think it was first grade or third grade. Also takes place with the lions. I'll say it real quick and then you can get back to your thing. Now I don't know the full extent of this story is true or not. But it was at the lion enclosure. And you know how they have that hill and then dips down so they can't jump at the glass to break it and get out and stuff? Yeah. Well, apparently, I'll say the guy's name because I doubt he's ever gonna watch this. His name is Dion Bikes. You know who that is?
Are you talking about the one who always used to fake injuries?
Probably.
Did he go to school with us?
He does, yeah. He did. I don't know if he still does.
I think he got expelled.
I think he came back, or maybe not.
I don't know. Moving on.
Anyway, he was we were at the zoo for either it was a field trip or it was for zoo school, in third grade, or it was a first grade field trip. Either way, he was at the lion enclosure, and I think it was the male lion. The male lion somehow was able to jump at the glass, and he broke it when Dion was there. But he didn't fully break it, he cracked it though. And so they had to close down the enclosure for a few days to fix it. I remember seeing the crack in the window. And I remember Dion was emotionally scarred for a while after that.
I don't know. I don't trust Dion.
No, other people saw it happen though. Like he wasn't the only one there, so he wasn't the only source.
I'm not doubting that it happened, but I'm pretty doubtful that it happened to specifically Dion.
I think it happened because I saw the damages. So yeah. That's my short story. Also, we saw a guy that passed out drunk at a stoplight coming home from the zoo one time.
Nice.
In third grade, he had like 6 cases of Budweiser in his car, and he was passed out drunk, and they called the cops. It was hilarious.
That's incredible, Tyler. That's incredible.
All right. Anyway, you get back to you, but we got one more topic to talk about when you're done with that, and then yeah.
Well, also wanted to talk about Twitch, YouTube.
Oh
But
yeah. So two more.
okay, so the best area to work for the Junior Zookeeper program, which is the one where you actually help the specific zookeepers, was the birdhouse, and that very easily was the best. You were mostly inside, and it was kind of humid in there because all the reptiles and stuff. But the guy you worked with was really nice, and he was really cool about everything. Whereas a lot of the other zookeepers are kind of like they feel narcissistic to you and kind of egotistical, and like they act like they're bigger and better than literally everyone, like even if they don't know who they are. And Hoofstock wasn't really like that, but Big Cats, Apes was definitely like that. Small Carnivore was nice, but yeah. Out of all of them, the best one was the birdhouse because the guy was really nice. It was a really good place to be because you also got to like, that was the area where you got to feed the penguins and whatever. So I got to feed some penguins, like hand feed them.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, I just didn't. I would like to feed the penguins, but I didn't want to. I hated going into that house that they go into, like their inside area.
Yeah.
It smells horrible.
I never really had a problem with that specifically, but I did get to power wash the penguin room, and it was so loud in there because it was like such an echoey place. I was in there for maybe an hour or two and just sitting there power washing, and it was cool. It was really cool.
It took 2 hours to power wash that room. Doesn't seem like that would be the case. Wow. Okay.
Penguin shit does not come out.
Oh. Okay.
Anyway, so that's the zoo. That's one of our things that we've both done, which I still can't believe we haven't talked about that before.
Only saw. I think we only talked to each other while we were working at the zoo, like once. Like you were walking to your thing, I was waiting for the guy to open the gate, and we just talked to each other for like once. But we never interacted with each other outside of that. It's kind of weird because you were always in a different place than I was. But...
Right. And usually we didn't even work at the same time. It was kind of weird. It's kind of like how they set us up at school. Separate the friends.
Let's not talk about. I mean, they might. I don't want to talk about the stupid online stuff that's gonna happen. Oh my god.
Yeah. Good God.
I don't want to do online.
I don't want to do online AP Calc. That's what I don't want to do.
I didn't take an AP class. I guess we
okay.
could.
Next topic?
I'm not gonna talk about my AP test. Do you want to do your Twitch thing, or do we need to do the other thing?
What's the other thing?
Oh,
the other thing. So we've talked about this kid before on a podcast.
Well, we did, but nobody saw it because you never uploaded it.
Because it was one we did live on Twitch, and it's gone forever now. So congratulations to Eli and I believe one other person. It was probably Hunter who watched it. Also, Hunter, if you're watching this, thanks for doing the translation on my German video. That's really cool. It's in the comment section. But anyway, so there's this kid that me and Tyler have been dealing with for a while. More specifically, Tyler.
Yeah, me. You've just been a way for me to vent about him.
Right.
Stuff. But yeah, I guess I'll take it away.
Yeah.
2 words to describe this guy. Big ego.
I would say pompous windbag.
I don't know what either of those words mean, but okay.
Alright, you keep talking, I'll look it up. I know, but I'm just gonna get a good definition.
Let's see. So, he and I have been on and off with our friendship since about February. Doesn't seem like a very long time for what's happened, but, you know. So anyway, he keeps boasting on about how he's gonna own this multi-million-dollar company, he's gonna write a book, he's gonna travel to 6 different continents to do speeches because people want him there. And I'm like, okay, that's a very large dream, very, very big, bold dream. Go for it. But if it doesn't go the way you planned, then I hope you expect that, because it's a really large dream. Like maybe writing a book. I mean, yeah. I mean, I could write a book.
Yeah,
Anybody could write a
same.
book. I could go to 6 different continents. I don't know if I'd do speeches there. I don't know if people would want me there, but I could go to 6 different continents. And do this. That's what I want to do. I want to travel around the world and stuff. Owning a multi-million-dollar company seems the most far-fetched out of the 3, but I mean, if you set your mind to it, and if that's your sole thing,
Right.
it could happen. I mean, but he's like, but the thing is, like, he's so dead set that this is gonna work, because he has these visions and these fantasies, and he's like, yeah, I've got it already set up. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to college, and I got a house in California already set up for me, or Nevada, I forget which one it was. And I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna make all this money. I've already got it all set up. I'm manifesting. I've got it all set up, and I'm like, well, how do you have it already set up? You haven't accommodated for anything that might go wrong. You're expecting everything to go the way you want. And he's like, oh yeah, well, I just meditate. I work out. I eat right. And it's like,
That doesn't mean shit.
I know
Meditation does not mean shit. That's like saying you're good at you know karate when somebody threatens you with a fight. Yeah, karate ain't gonna do shit, buddy.
Anyway, yeah, he's like, oh yeah, and so I was like, well, how do I do this? I'm like, can I get on this? Can I do some of this stuff? I want to be successful in life, And so he's like, oh, well, you got to completely change your whole lifestyle. You got to start working out. You got to eat right. You got to do stuff. Of course, I could stand to lose a few pounds. I know that. That's
Actually,
why I got a job at Kroger.
I've been losing quite a bit of poundage and gaining quite a bit of poundage and muscle. Like, I usually get around like 200 and just like mellow out there, but I'm getting smaller, way smaller, and bigger at the same time. Kind of doesn't make much sense.
Yeah, well, that's why I got a job at Kroger. I'm gonna definitely be buff after I'm done there, however long it may be. But he's like, oh, yeah, you just have to completely change everything. You're not set up to be on this path yet. You've got to start thinking a different way, acting a different way. I'm like, I don't want to do that. And he's like, and I'm like, who are you? You're, what are you doing? And he's like, and then he's like, oh, why are you being such a dick? You don't need to do this and stuff. And like, I didn't do anything to you. And you're like, you're ruining my self-confidence. And then he tries to play like he's the victim, saying, no, you're trying to shoot me down. You don't believe in my dreams. Like, I do believe in your dreams. That's just a really large dream. The small percentage of people that own a multi-million-dollar company who are millionaires, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm unique. I'm not like everybody else. I'm like, fuck off.
Yeah.
And then after that, so the aftermath after that, he blocked me on, what was it, Instagram we were talking on. He blocked me. Then he went on social media, posted his story. He went into Snapchat, posted on his story, calling me a clown and calling me a doubter and everything, and it was calling me all sorts of crap. I didn't read the whole thing. Then he unblocks me, deletes it off his story, and says that he's going to be the bigger person and not escalate the situation. I'm like, you're the one. By the way, I didn't even want to get into that kind of conversation. I was like, I tried to end the conversation. He always just keeps dragging it on and on and on. That's one of the things he does. He just, every time we talk about his life and his future, he always just keeps dragging it on and on and on and on and on and on. I'm like, shut up.
Nobody likes to listen to somebody else talk about themselves. And that's why we do a podcast. But
Anyway, so then he unblocked me, and he was like, yeah, 3 people saw the story. I already got 1 person on my side. He already agreed with me. And I'm like, one of those people was me, first of all. So you have a 50-50 ratio. And I got 8 people on my side in the time that you got 1. So And he's like, why are you trying to, and then he went back to like, he tried to play the victim again. He's like, oh, you trying to be, this great guy, nah. So I'm like, shut up. Finally blocked him. Finally blocked him on Instagram. Then I blocked him on Snapchat. I would have blocked him on Twitter, but he already, deleted his Twitter, so I didn't have to do that. Yeah. And then so I waited a while. And, waited a while. Talked to a few other people. At this point I was up to 10 people on my side. You being one of them. Then he emails me because he had my email. He emailed me. He tried to message. He tried to message me back on Instagram. After I blocked him on Instagram, he tried to message me back with other stuff. So he screenshotted what he said and sent it to me because he saw that I had blocked him. And then I didn't say anything. I just muted him on email. So unless he gets Twitter back, unless he gets his Twitter back and messages me there, tries to message me there, I'll block him there. But he's got no way to reach me now, unless it's in person, which won't happen because we're not going back to school. But I was just done with this crap. I mean, I gave him a second chance, and he leaned right back into the crap that he started with, and that's why I left him in the first place. It was like, you have a big ego, you're trying to hide it, you're failing horribly, and you're trying to play the victim here. And, that's stupid. That's shallow and completely stupid. And I got like 3 more people on my side since. I'm up to like 14 people that are on my side. I don't know anybody else who would be on his side. I know he's gonna have a lot of people on his side because he's friends with a lot of popular people. But you know what? I don't care. He's gonna lie and say his side of the story so that he's the favorite there.
You say he's friends with a lot of people?
He does have a lot of friends, I think. A lot of popular people.
I don't know of any popular kids that are friends with him.
I don't know.
The only friends that I know that he has are like those 2 twins, Jasmine and whatever the other one's name is.
Oh God,
Aiden
not those
Peterson,
people.
Chase, I think. He's got a specific group of people. I'm in Quizbowl. He was in Quizbowl. I know his group.
Yeah. I don't want to deal with his ass ever again. That was a stupid ass situation to be in. I lost a subscriber. I lost a subscriber because of it, but you know what? I don't really care.
Because I noticed that you were at 50 and then you were at 49. Was he the subscriber who you lost?
Yeah.
Alright.
I was at 51 and I lost another one. But
yeah.
I'm okay with losing a subscriber. It means he gets out of my life forever.
Okay. So also I threatened him with like a fight or whatever, remember? And you told me that he said he could beat me in a fight, which no.
Oh yeah.
Again, he's in Quizbowl.
He said he's been working out, he's got a 6-pack, he's ripped, and I'm like,
okay,
and I was like,
sure.
oh yeah, let me just unleash the beast, as AKA you, on you and see if it's gonna happen. See what's gonna happen. And your ass is gonna get absolutely whooped. And he's like, oh no, he doesn't stand a chance. I know all the moves, I know all the techniques. So I'm like, no, you don't. You're gonna die within 5 minutes. Don't even try him. And when you said that basically the exact same thing, just in different words.
I said, yeah, alright, well, I'll let you pick a time and a place, but which was a bad idea on my part because I have a pretty time-constraining job. So, so how about I pick a time and then you can pick the place, buddy, and we'll fight it out. But anyway, so I have the definition for pompous windbag, and it's exactly what I remembered it being. Ready? Adjective. Pompous.
I hear a monkey.
We don't have a monkey, so I don't know what that's about. Anyway, pompous adjective. Affectedly and irritatingly grand, solemn, or self-important. Makes sense. Windbag. A person who talks at length but says very little of value.
Those both fit him really good, actually.
Yeah. Okay, so pompous windbag. There we go. Fight me, asshole. Kick your ass.
You would win. You would win. Yeah, you would win 100%.
He's
It's not even a question.
100%. Like, he's definitely one of those kids that I, like, laugh at when I, like, go to fight them because they're like, you can't kick me, you can't beat me, I know karate. He's definitely one of those types of people. And, I guarantee you I could kick his ass. I don't care if you got abs or not. I've got abs, I'm sure, but they're hiding underneath my flaps. If I get you down, I'm gonna
just sit. Basically,
pound
just sit on
your
him.
head.
Just
well, no,
take
I'm not
ground,
that
sit
big. I'm not that big, Tyler, and I'm getting smaller and bigger. So he might be working out, but so am I. And does he have a job yet?
He said he had a job, but he doesn't anymore.
Okay, so you and I are both already more successful than he is. We have a podcast that gets consistently between 7 and 8 views, or 7 and 9 views, which I think is pretty successful for a YouTuber like you and me. I mean, it's a little low end for you. I stream and they get pretty consistent, or not consistent, pretty good views. We both have jobs, so that's another thing. I literally bought myself a TV the other day. I have my own car. You have your own car. It's just so funny.
Well, he has his own car too, but yeah, I'm not
like
gonna...
the first time we did this, when we were talking about him, was he literally said that you told me he told you that you, as well as all your friends, won't amount to nothing, and they won't be nearly as successful as he will. Well, anyone like him...
because he said, oh, you guys don't have what it takes. You guys don't know what it takes. I have what it takes.
I know what it takes. It's not that hard.
I know what it takes. I mean,
it doesn't take
you just need determination.
Fit, eating healthy, and whatever else the third one was. That's bull crap. That's bull crap. You don't need to go to college to be successful.
I mean, college does help.
It does help, but if you're going to be successful, arguably college does not help unless you're going to be a successful person in medicine or a successful scientist, which in that case nobody will ever hear of you. If you're going to be successful in the kind he's talking about, where he writes a book and goes around the world, you don't need to go to college for that. You just got to become a motivational speaker, which, if I'm being completely honest, is not very hard.
Motivational speaker is definitely not that hard. You just need to have self-confidence so you can get your point across easier. But yeah, I'm done with him. He's done with me, hopefully. Probably not. It's probably gonna be a couple months later, and he's gonna get his Twitter back and DM me and say, "Oh, let's talk. You know, I'm a better person now." I'm like,
unless he wants to apologize, then I don't want to hear it.
He apologized the first time, and I accepted it, and I let him back in. And then he blew it again. So I mean, I'm not.
Okay, so before we go ahead and end the podcast, this has been a pretty good podcast. We've talked a lot about personal stuff.
We got the movie review, and you've got one last topic.
Oh, right. I almost forgot. So, a little bit ago I said that I'm pretty successful. I've been streaming. So, I don't think I'm going back to Twitch, at least for the time being. And the reason for that is I like streaming on YouTube better for 2 reasons. One of them is that YouTube, like my subscribers who are subscribed to me on YouTube, can see when I'm streaming. So like the ones that I have don't, and when I'm streaming on Twitch, like the only people who can see that I'm streaming on Twitch are those who are following me. I've got like 5 followers on Twitch, and I've got 27 subscribers. Yeah, one of them is you. One of them is a guy who is subscribed to me on my YouTube channel as well. He's a cool guy. But anyway, so I started streaming Minecraft about 3 weeks ago. The first one, my first stream on YouTube, got 12 views. So I was like, this might be better than Twitch. Let's try this again. Next couple of streams, I got very little views because it was Minecraft. But the other day, 2 days ago now, I think, I streamed Skyrim. And I streamed for 6 hours. It was 2 streams. One of them has 33 views, and one of them has 17 views. In one day, I got 50 views. The most viewed video on my channel is Ark Ragnarok Day 1, or Ark Vulgaro, and it's got 65 views. That's only 15 more than what I got in one day from streaming Skyrim.
That's good.
And I did have some pretty consistent viewership going on there. I didn't get any new subscribers, but there were like, I got up to like 4 viewers at a time, which is insane to me. Like the most I've had
That's
on
good.
Twitch
Maybe
is 5.
Wait, how are you able to? How were you even able to stream on YouTube?
You go to, you do the
I
same
wanna
thing you
stream,
do
but
to
it's a-
stream on Twitch, but instead you select YouTube,
Okay.
and then that's it. And it works the same as Twitch. It has the
Okay, I
chat on
guess
the
because-
side, your runtime in the corner.
Okay. Yeah. Because apparently, like, in order to stream on YouTube and other platforms other than like what we do here on the PS4, you have to have a certain amount of subscribers and a certain amount of views in order to live stream, which is
Right.
absolutely stupid. But you know, whatever. Same with monetization. Like, you can have one very popular video and not get monetized because your other videos are average for like me or you.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's cool. I might stream on YouTube. I might actually. I could stream tomorrow. I'm having Eli and Hunter over tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. You told me. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
we're
be
gonna do another
part of your
podcast
Minecraft.
tomorrow.
Oh yeah, we're gonna
So,
do another
I'm-
podcast. Are we doing both of them, or are we gonna do one of them? That's up to you.
I think we should do both of them because they're both
All right.
gonna be here.
Okay.
And then I guess we could propose the idea of them of a third permanent member, and then ask if Eli.
I don't know if Hunter would be up for that, because he seems like kind of the quiet kind of guy, and he doesn't seem like that's his thing. But, I mean, if he's up for it, sure, we'll give it a shot. Eli would probably be a pretty good one. As far as conversations go, I've had some pretty good ones with him. And not to be rude, but he's not nearly as annoying as he used to be. So I would be fully accepting of him. Also, again, I don't want to be rude by saying that, and I was kind of a dick to him in like 4th grade, but that was not. I was just trying to like be cool or whatever, which was dumb on my part. We can talk about that another time. But so, movie review: Madagascar, the first one.
I guess, yeah, we're done with topics, I guess.
I think so, yeah.
Topic.
We talked about
Okay.
pretty much everything I wanted to. I don't know if you had anything else.
No, I don't think so. Let me think. Nope. So let's review one of my favorite movies of all time, Madagascar. It's hard to believe this movie. It's hard to believe this movie came out in 2005.
Yeah,
It is hard to believe that.
that's a long time ago.
But can I just say that this movie was iconic in so many ways for me. I have so many good childhood and nostalgic memories because of this movie. I don't know, just all around great movie. I guess you could take it from here, I guess, for a little bit.
So, what was his name? Alex? Yes, Alex the Lion is arguably the main character.
At least supposed to be.
I think that Marty is probably more of a main character as far as the arc of the story goes, because he's the whole reason that they go to Madagascar in the first place.
I think they work coherently as main characters with their friendship and their dynamic and stuff.
Yeah. I think who voices Alex? Isn't it the guy? It's
No
the guy
clue.
from Night of the Museum. I think.
Never saw that movie.
What's his
Though I
name?
should.
You haven't seen that? What? Good
No, I
God,
have a
Tyler.
I have a souvenir popcorn bucket from Night at the Museum, but don't have a.
Okay, let me look
there's
at Madagascar.
I know Marty's voiced by Chris Rock. I don't know
Yeah.
any of the other voice actors though.
I'm getting, I got The Place, not the movie. Where's he at? Oh, Ben Stiller. That's Alex. So, there's 4 really main characters. There's, the giraffe. What's his name? Melman. We have Gloria the hippo. We have Marty the zebra and Alex the lion. So basically,
Plus, there's a bunch of side characters as well, like
there's the
chimps,
penguins, the chimps,
the penguins,
Julian.
and, King Julian and what's his Maurice and
Mort. Mort, yes, that's his name. I was trying to think of what the small one's name was, but yeah, it's Mort. So basically, the main plot, without spoiling anything, is because I'd say that they go to Madagascar pretty early on in the movie, and that's like, you know, the name of the movie. So, also it came out in 2005, so you haven't seen it. Like, what the hell? Unless you're like an adult and you're just like, I don't watch no fucking kids movies. All right, that makes sense. But so the zebra is tired of being at the zoo. It's the same routine. They eat the same stuff all the time. And he wants to go to the wild. So because he's got this like mural right next to him. Also, for whatever reason, they have like special things. Like Alex has a bunch of like merchandise of himself, and Marty has like a treadmill, which I think is weird for a zebra to have in a zoo and stuff like that. So
it's pretty cool though.
Marty escapes. He gets out of the zoo, and they're all looking for him, and then they chase after him because they think he's gone to the wild or whatever. He's getting on, like, a train to go to Madagascar. Basically what happens is, he goes to the train to get to Madagascar, which obviously is not a thing. But he doesn't know it's Madagascar. He just thinks it's the wild. And there's this crazy lady who beats Alex up with her purse.
Oh my god, the crazy lady. She's
a recurring character in all the movies. She's iconic.
Yeah, she is.
Basically, cops... I keep saying basically. God, I hate that. I need to stop doing that. Cops show up when they're there. They trank them.
Animal control, too, I guess.
Yep.
I mean, it's more animal control than cops, but... Actually, is it
more
cops
seems like the full-on SWAT team. I mean, they all had riot shields.
I mean, they brought one animal control guy in. I remember that.
Anyway, they get tranked, put in crates, and then they're going to the wild. There's actually this really funny part where they're all in crates, and I just think it's really funny.
That's
and
pretty funny.
That's stuff going on.
And then you get the whole sequence at that same time with the penguins on the boat, killing the guys and hijacking the boat. That was awesome. I remember loving the penguins were good in that movie.
The series went on, they became less and less good. They got their own show on Nickelodeon and their own movie, which I think both of those were pretty terrible. As well as King Julian, he got his own show too, and I thought it was terrible as well.
I thought they were okay. The show's kind of coexisted.
They were about as good as Fanboy Chum Chum. But, which is terrible. So anyway, they get to the island of Madagascar, and they all come out of the crates or whatever, and they need to find each other, and, what is it? Sugar honey iced tea. Yeah.
Gloria?
So, no, I'm not talking about Gloria. Which, by the way, Melman has the thing for Gloria, and that's kind of like a subplot in all of the movies.
Yeah, it's kind of stupid. But
so they get there, and there's these lemurs there, and they kind of... I think they take them... I think they try to, like, imprison them at first, or something like that. And instead, they end up helping them beat the Fossa.
The Fusa.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So without spoiling anything else, that's the main plot of the movie. It's better than we explained it, of course, but go check it out.
There's also got a good character dynamic between Marty and Alex. Friends that want different things. One that's very gung-ho, one urban success, and one that wants to live in a more rural, wild environment. And the side characters are good too. Like the chimps are really good. Penguins, the King Julian, and everybody.
Tyler, we gotta end this podcast soon. I think we might be over an hour.
Not quite. I don't think. But yeah, I really like the movie. The second one's really good too. I think we should do that one next. The third one I don't like.
I don't like the third one.
Outside of the opening sequence.
Okay, so...
so that's probably what we'll do next. We'll probably do that movie next.
That's a good movie. So I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. I haven't watched it in a while. I liked the movie. I thought it was pretty funny. It had some good parts. It was overall pretty good. Anything else to add, Tyler, before we leave off the podcast?
No, but I think we should do the second Madagascar next.
Okay. Well, thanks for watching Podcast Time, episode 18 of Season 1. Like I said before, we will not start Season 2 until we get a third member. Tune in tomorrow. I will be live streaming. I'm actually going to upload this today. Like, so tune in tomorrow. I'll be live streaming. Tyler and I will do Minecraft with Hunter and Eli, and we'll do another podcast. And so, thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.
Bye-bye.